Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend says he tricked her into leaving their palatial home, then changed the locks. 38-year-old Erica Herman, who helped nurse Tiger after that horrific car crash in 2021, is now suing him for $30 million. In a lawsuit filed in Florida, she says agents of Tiger Woods used trickery to get her to pack a suitcase for a short vacation. When she arrived at the airport, they told her she had been locked out of her residence.
PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Hi, from Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, PushGap Radio.
You can't hear how Dallas, Fort Worth works. This is Jackie.
What up, y'all? This is Jackie
Of Shaka Ford 1 and the main event show.
Something like that.
Shaka Ford 1 and the main event with me, the Queen B, Jackie up. Heard exclusively on PushGap Radio. Giving you true exclusive.
PushGapRadios.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome to another edition of Shaka 41 in the main event with Jackie O. Here's to Joe Louis this week, Dallas, Fort Worth. Trump 2024. What do you think about it? Also, Judge Lynn Toler from divorce court. We'd like to send our sympathies out to her. Tiger Woods. We're going to break down all the goings-ons with him. And could you stay in a room for 50 days to win $5 million with your significant other? Also, the Jackie O Entertainment Report, heard exclusively on PushGapRadios.com. Banging this thing in the urban internet radio game. We're PushGapRadios.com. Let's go to work.
So you had this guy named Fred. Fred was having severe headaches every single day, all night long, all day. So finally he went to a specialist. The specialist ran some tests, came back and said, Fred, I got good news. I can get rid of your headaches. But the bad news is I have to perform a castration. Fred said, castration? Isn't that like when you cut your testicles off or something? The doctor said, yes. See, you have a rare condition where your testicles are pressing against the base of your spine, which causes you one hell of a headache. Fred said, man. He started thinking. He knew he couldn't live the rest of his life with that headache. He said, what the hell, man? So he went through with this surgery. After Fred left the hospital, he was walking down the sidewalk, man. He couldn't even smile. Didn't even have no pain no more, but he couldn't even smile. He felt like he lost a big part of himself. He was just walking. He looked up and seen his clothing store. He loved the shop, so he figured, let me go get a new outfit. Maybe that'll make me feel better. So he walked inside. The salesman came up to him. He said, how can I help you? Fred said, man, I just need to try to get me a new outfit or something to make me feel better. The salesman said, I got something for you. He came back. He said, how about this new shirt right here? This is a 2X. Fred said, yeah, I wear 2X, man. How did you know? He said, this is what I do, man. He said, okay. He said, you want some pants or some shorts? Fred said, let me get some pants. He said, you about a 38 long. Fred said, yeah, man, how did you know that? He said, I'm telling you, this is what I do, man. He said, okay. He said, you want some shoes too? Fred said, yeah. He looked. He said, 9.5. Fred said, boy, you on point. The man said, this is what I do, man. How about you want some boxes or some underwear too? Fred said, let me get some underwear. He said, you about a large. Fred said, nah. I got you on that one. He said, I wear a small. I've been wearing a small since I was 18. The salesman said, you sure? Man, wearing a small, man, that probably press your testicles to the bottom of your spine, man, and give you one hell of a headache.
PushGapRadio.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. That is my boy Big Duke 13 on TikTok, mine. Very, very funny dude, mine. Oh my God. Welcome to the program. Shot for one in the main event, of course, with Jackie O. Jackie O, what's the business?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the show. And I would like to start out by thanking everybody for subscribing and for commenting on the show. We really appreciate it. And please, just like before, if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and comment, please.
That's what that is. Your boy Donald Trump is back in the news here. Don't know if you're aware of it, but the Trumpster is coming back. Were you a Trump fan at all?
During the time of his presidency, absolutely, positively, no.
Yeah.
Now,
Trump did some great things, though.
Well, I was going to say, now looking back on things.
Yeah. Compared to Biden.
Compared to what's going on now.
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad. Because at least Trump did, make sure that people got the stimulus money.
And he held the checks up so he could put his name on it.
The borders were closed.
Yes.
I mean, we had it a lot better than we thought we did.
Yes.
Because now with everything as high as it is, eggs cost $12 a dozen. I mean, and heaven forbid you drop one. You just, that is like a devastating event nowadays. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They're giving all this money to Ukraine.
Yes.
They're constantly buying equipment and sending equipment to Ukraine, yet we have homeless people, Americans here, that need homes, that need food, and all of this stuff, and you're letting all of them come into the country, and these immigrants from Mexico and wherever else they're coming from, and you're putting them up in hotels.
Yeah, particularly up there in New York.
Feeding them and giving them medical attention and all of this stuff. I just don't understand how you cannot give this to your own people first.
They don't care, mine, here in America. Housing is off the chain. To buy a car today, you're looking at an 8 to 10 year car payment. Yes. Insurance is off the chain.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Just ridiculous on what is going on. 2024, Trump is even scarier than the 2020 Trump. In his 2-hour-long authoritarian diatribe at the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, he framed the 2024 election as existential. This, he proclaimed, referred to the 2024 election as the final battle. Trump is right. In this sense, he knows the law is closing in on his ass.
Trump is going to jail.
And he likely sees November 2024 as his final battle to stay out of prison. Okay. You think Trump going to the pokey?
Well, honestly, I don't think they'll go that far where they'll send him to prison.
Yeah.
But they definitely have enough ammunition that
Trump got too much clout and too much loot to go to the pokey.
That's why I say he's not going, because of the money.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, there is enough evidence there. And what is the deal with all of these classified documents at their home?
Everybody got the classified joints. Maybe they're gonna sell them on eBay. Yeah. What is Biden's kid name? His laptop.
Trump's vice president.
Yep.
Yeah, his vice president. They found stuff at his house. It was 4 of them. Yep. It was like, what in the heck?
Hey, man, did Barack have anything at his house?
Probably.
You know they going to get the nigga.
His name haven't come up yet.
Not yet.
I would not be surprised.
When the front-running ex-president campaigns on a platform of retribution and termination, it's best to take him seriously. Last weekend, in a speech to CPAC that failed to make many front-page headlines, Trump framed his effort to return to the White House as an outright war. He calls to arms was not merely the stuff of political symbolism, echoing the inflammatory language with which he summoned his supporters to the Capitol on January 6th of 2021. Trump urged them to fight once again in explicitly end-time terms. He said, we got no choice. He said, if we don't do this, our country would be lost forever. Would you vote for Trump if Trump was to run again? I mean, even compared to Biden, because you used to think George Bush was the worst president. Okay.
And they keep getting worse. White folk, this is the best y'all got to offer. Okay. And then along comes Trump. I love Trump in the beginning, but then as time went on, he talked about when the corona came along to drink some bleach and stick a blue light up your butt. Okay, that's why he lost me. Trump is narcissistic. He's a severe narcissist. But they won't let him get back in because he didn't play by their beat. He went by the beat of his own drum.
Exactly.
He didn't listen to none of them.
Yeah.
And with them not being able to control him, they're not going to allow him to get back into office again. That won't happen.
You don't think so?
No.
Even the Republicans are against Trump, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to let him get back in. He's had his little, hoorah, his one day at the rodeo.
Yeah. And Trump, like you said, Trump is fighting to stay out of the pokey. Jocelyn Toller, real quick before we delve into Tiger Woods. I like him. Okay. I had found out some time ago that her husband had passed. Yes. I recalled you after we had our little talk that you told me about him. I just wanted to give a shout out to that. I love Judge Lynn Toller. She's been going through it when I came across that TikTok video. So
yeah, he passed away December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, 2022.
Yeah.
And our condolences go out to the judge. She definitely has been going through. His name was Eric Munford. He was 71, and they've been married since 1989.
Yeah.
So, and he was a huge factor in her life. She talked about her husband all the time.
So here's a little soundbite of the good judge talking about her husband.
I just wanted to fall through and say thank you to everybody who wished me well, who said a prayer, who sent condolences, sent an emoji. I ain't above water yet, but I'm getting there. And part of what I need to do to get there is to be able to speak to other people without going there. So I thought I'd start here. I'm not going to tape this again. This is it. This is the one. But thank you from the bottom of my heart for every condolence that you sent, because it makes a difference. It does. And I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep it moving. Take care.
So yeah, that's the good judge mine, and I just came across a TikTok deal thingy, and it just really kind of got to me because it looks like it's real devastating. I understand.
And that's what she does, as a release. She does a lot of Facebook posts as well. And so I think for her, it's a form of therapy.
Right.
And she and her husband had 2 sons together.
Right.
He had 4 when they got together. So altogether, she have 6 sons. And they have rallied around her since the death of their father. So that has helped her tremendously as well. And over the last few days, or maybe a week or so, she ended up with the dog. And this little dog is just like, needs to go to obedience school. It is so
the dog
funny.
is clowning.
It's so funny with her and that dog. So she definitely will be occupied with the puppy for sure.
Yeah,
because it is very active, all in her hair and messing with her phone and just into everything like a little toddler child.
Yes, and again, I just wanted to say something about the good judge.
Yeah, she definitely have our love and our thoughts and prayers.
A Judge Toller fan. Real quick, Judge Lynn Toller may be famous for the face of daytime television's divorce court, but she's a romantic in real life. Lynn Candace Toller is a well-known American judge, lawyer, television arbitrator, and television presenter. Lynn Toller of Divorce Court fame announced the death of her husband Eric Munford on January 4th of 2023. Eric Munford was 71 years old when he died on December 23rd when he died on December 23rd of 2022. Now his birthday is January 1st. Capricorn, baby. Okay, with Capricorn myself, so I understand why she misses him so much. But yeah, they was married for 33 years, before announcing the death of her husband on Instagram.
And they had actually been together for 39 years.
Had been together for 39 years.
Yeah, long time.
Eric Big E Mumford was Toler's other half for over 33 years. Eric was born January 1, 1951 in Ohio. They met in 86, like you just stipulated. He already had 4 children from his first marriage, and said a good judge took them in as her own. They added 2 more to make it a total of 6, and he and Judge Toler had 2 sons, William and Xavier. They say William is an audio engineer and Xavier is a basketball player. Again, got married in 89, like Jackie said. And yeah, she was just devastated, say she's in a million pieces. And I was just sorry to hear that about Judge Toler. Again, I think she's phenomenal. And, it's just sad when your significant other goes. And me, myself, I know this may sound a little morbid or whatever, but I pray to God that I go before my sainted sugar bear Jackie, okay? I just don't know what I would do without you. That's my thing. Again, I know it sounds morbid.
I mean, nobody wants to lose their significant other.
No one wants to lose the person you've been with.
Because, just the same, I would be, lost and devastated as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's us.
Yeah.
So
you've built a life together, and
yeah.
I just wanted to touch on that because I saw a video on Judge Toler last week, and it just really got to me because I love.
She is definitely struggling, and it's definitely understandable.
Tiger Woods, baby. Tiger Woods said, baby, pack your bags. Okay, it's time for you to go. Many of you have perhaps heard of Tiger Woods, and Jackie O reminded me of a clip from Tyler Craig that I'm about to play right now. When he hit it big and told her she had to go. Check this out.
It was the old player, right? He hit the lottery for $34 million. He called home to his girl. He said, baby, pack your bag. Big Daddy done hit the lottery for $34 million. She said, ooh, Big Daddy. Shall I pack my fur coat for the winter vacation, or shall I pack my bikini for the summer vacation? He said, Dave, I don't give a damn what you pack. Just be gone before I get there.
Tiger Woods. I like him.
So yeah, that's Tyler Craig. So real quick, here's what's going on with Tiger Woods. In the event that you are not up to date with all of the goings-on.
Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend says he tricked her into leaving their palatial home, then changed the locks. 38-year-old Erica Herman, who helped nurse Tiger after that horrific car crash in 2021, is now suing him for $30 million. In a lawsuit filed in Florida, she says agents of Tiger Woods used trickery to get her to pack a suitcase for a short vacation. When she arrived at the airport, they told her she had been locked out of her residence. They informed her she was not allowed to return and frightened her away from returning. This is the $48 million estate in Jupiter, Florida. Erica Herman is also revealing that she signed a non-disclosure agreement around the time she began dating Tiger that prevents her from ever talking about her life with the golfing legend. She's now asking a judge to toss out that NDA on the grounds she may be the victim of sexual assault or harassment. So far, there have been no specific allegations. But in this court document obtained by Inside Edition, in answer to the question, does this case involve allegations of sexual abuse? She answers yes. Rachel Yucatel, famously identified as Mistress Number 1 when Tiger's marriage to Elin Nordegren imploded in 2010, is speaking out about this new Tiger scandal. Place yourself in Erica Herman's shoes if you can. What do you expect this could do to her life?
Well, I've been in her shoes. I'm in her shoes. She has a long fight ahead of her, and it's a David and Goliath situation. So she has to, be prepared and be careful.
A year ago today, Tiger publicly acknowledged Erica Herman as a member of his family when he was inducted into the Golf Hall of Fame.
I just want to say thank you to my mom, Sam, Erica, Charlie. All of you allowed me to get here.
She was manager of Woods' restaurant when they began dating in 2017. She was at his side during pivotal moments of his comeback, supporting him after a DUI arrest and celebrating his epic win at the Masters in 2019. And she was with him when he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom at the White House. Rachel Yucatel, whose podcast Misunderstood launches next week, also signed an NDA after her affair with Woods ended. She fought unsuccessfully to have it overturned.
I mean, it's horrible. It really ruined my life.
Now Tiger's turbulent private life is haunting him again.
So yeah, that's what's going on with Tiger Woods, man. What is it with Tiger that he likes all these Waffle House chicks?
He definitely have a type, that is for sure.
Man, Tiger just and she's a restaurant manager. She's running his deal, and Tiger slipped her the boot. Okay, so here's what was going down. Basically, they say it's a frivolous lawsuit is what it looks like. $30 million.
Lawsuits.
Yes. And say Tiger Woods has already been established. Say she was plotting while he was married and was a known party girl. And now she comes back to try to sue Tiger. The question is, does a man with resources have the right to break up with his girlfriend, or is she entitled to get the same thing as a wife would? Why does she feel that she's entitled to whatever he has just because she lived with him? Now they'll degrade the Tiger Woods. I like him. Live-in girlfriend, 38-year-old Erica Herman, filed her first claim in October against Tiger Woods' trust, the Jupiter Island Irrevocable Homestead Trust, for damages in excess of $50,000. Since his divorce from his first wife, Elin Nordegren, a Swedish model, Tiger had set up a trust, which means that the house that he lives in does not belong to him. It belongs to the trust. They say this is better than a prenup, they say. And they say that makes the rules different since it's with a trust. Also states in her claim that the plaintiff, Erica Herman, has performed unspecified valuable services at the request of the defendant. But what she does not do is explain what in the hell the valuable services are. What was performed? What was she doing? It was so different.
You know what she was doing.
Oh, wee man. But is that...
exactly what she was doing.
But is that worth $30 million, Quit playing, mine. She was a live-in girlfriend. His kids are damn near grown. They're teenagers at least, In 2007, the duo celebrated the arrival of their first child when he was married to the Swedish model. Daughter named Sam Alexis. And then in 2009, had a son named Charlie Axel. So again,
now this was by his wife,
by the Swedish model, Elin, and that's what I'm saying. What valuable services was she performing?
Now Elin got $100 million in her settlement.
Yeah, trying to get the bag.
But this one is trying to get $30 million because she's trying to say he breached their verbal contract. She's saying that they had a verbal contract that she could live in the house for 11 years.
They were under an oral tenancy agreement, which just means that it's an oral agreement that she can stay in the house with him, as you just said. But it was by the trust, not by Tiger. Okay, she dealing with the trust. But the trust said to live there with him for a certain amount of time. And she lived there for 6 years. They say 5 years remained on the oral tenancy agreement. And she states that her duties were of an extensive and extraordinary nature. Okay, so Tiger called and said, baby, pack your bags. Big Daddy done hit the lottery. How'd they get her to the airport, Jackie?
She said they tricked her. They told her
that
Tiger wanted to send her on a vacation. She thought in her mind that meant that he was going to end up showing up wherever she was going.
Right.
So when she backed her bags, when they took her to the airport and they let...
Who took her to the airport, Jack?
Tiger
Did she go by Uber? Did she take a cab? Did she call a car service?
Tiger Security. The security took her.
Tiger's hand.
So when they took her bags, dropped it off at curbside.
That's right.
Then they let her know that she would not be returning to the house, that her and Tiger were no longer a couple, and see you later, bye.
See. Don't make no sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought she was going. Do I pack my bikini for a summer vacation? Do I pack a fur coat for a winter vacation?
And
Tiger said, "Chick, I don't give a damn what you pack. Just be gone before I get there."
And then with the NDA, the only way she can get out of the NDA, just
Right.
like they said earlier,
The non-disclosure
is
agreement.
if she can prove that he was either
Right.
sexual harassment involved or...
And do you think she's going to tell that lie?
She probably will. I mean, if she's gone as far as to file 2 lawsuits when all he basically did was just like everybody do all the time, is he broke up with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you go on. How many people break up with their boyfriend and their girlfriend and then they turn around and they sue them? Not 1 lawsuit, but 2.
That's right.
I mean, her first clue
Trying to get the bag.
Her first clue should have been when they started dating and he had her to sign the NDA to begin with.
She just wanted to get in. You'll sign anything to get in.
Of course she wanted to get in. And she was a gold digger. And and now they are where they are.
So how did we get to the $30 million figure? It states in the complaint that the residence is unique and the denial of plaintiff's access to their home is causing irreparable differences. Now, what makes the house unique?
Because it's Tiger's.
What makes the house unique? Because it's Tiger's house, mine. It's Tiger's crib. Okay. Now, the way this breaks down, again, it's unique because it's the house of Tiger Woods. Okay. And, you know, it's, let me get back to my deal here.
Yeah, she was a gold digger.
Right.
Because you wasn't staying in a house like that before you met Tiger. Where were you staying prior to that?
Yes. And see, this is
and then 6 years he didn't marry you, so you know, it was signs there they were using each other.
Yeah. Now, here's how we got to the $30 million figure. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do several things at once here. And the $30 million, according to our lawyers, the $30 million figure is to be determined at the time of the trial. And it's predicated on the reasonable rental value of the residence, which is measured in excess of $30 million. Okay. Again, Tiger got it better than a prenup, baby. That non-disclosure agreement and the trust was genius. Okay. $30 million is what she wants because he broke up with her and booted her from the crib because she would not leave on her own. I'm sure he's asked her several times. Okay. They had to trick her to get out, as Jackie O just explained to you, to get her to the airport. Now, here's how it breaks down. Okay. She lived there for 6 years. She states that 5 years remain on the oral tenancy agreement, and she states that Tiger breached the agreement. She believes that the value of her remaining 5-year tenancy is in excess of $30 million, and that in exchange for her unspecified services, that she was to be provided consideration in excess of $6 million per year. Now, $6 million a year breaks down to $500,000 a month, $125,000 per week. What in all of the hell was you doing to get 125 bands a week?
He probably was treating her that way during the time that he considered her his woman because he could afford that. That kind of money, though, for Tiger is just a drop in the hat.
Yeah.
So she probably was being treated that way. However, again, you were only the girlfriend. You was not his wife. So therefore, you're not entitled to wife benefit.
Yeah, but she knows that she's on the out. She's 38. What's next? You have to trick her to get out because she wouldn't leave on her own. I believe Tiger tried to get you to leave, and the thrill was gone.
I don't think he tried to get her out prior to that.
You know? You think he just decided to do it the sneak way?
He wouldn't have had to go through extremes to try to get her out. If he want her out, he can get her out just like he did. I think this was like out of nowhere. Because she was totally surprised.
You think Tiger Woods just woke up and decided to boot this chick out the house?
He didn't just decide to boot her out. He already knew in his mind he was going to do it. Yeah. It took him a while to figure out what he was going to do. But yeah, I don't think she had a clue this was coming.
Tiger Woods, baby. Tiger Woods. So, you know, I don't know what's next for her, but She don't have to.
She may as well
get
go
out
talk
there and
to,
work it out. She ain't gonna get the money the
She
ex-wife
may as well
got.
go talk to number one.
She ain't gonna get it.
Mistress number one, because that's what she's gonna get. Same as her, nothing.
Yeah. Well, she's just not gonna get it, mine. It's just a thing of you came.
Go get a job.
We had a good time, and now the good time is over, and it's time for you to move on, Mom. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
should have been doing something during the 6 years,
productive with your
to
time,
make sure that if it did end, that you would have something to fall back on.
But you never think the gravy train is going to end.
You should have known that when you signed the NDA.
Yeah, and what you're going to have to look out for, guys. This is for men.
The NDA told you that was going to end one day.
Yeah. Men are going to have to watch this case, because this case is going to determine going forward if men have the ability to break up with a woman that's not their wife, or will men be considered to be de facto married just because common law married is here in Texas. But that's only if you put yourself out as being married in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Will women have legal recourse or a right to a man's resources just because we dated?
My cousin had to get a divorce in Texas.
Yeah.
From common law. And in Texas, if you claim each other as husband or wife in public,
right,
then
you put yourself out in public as married, then that's what that is. Special little segment we're starting here called I Was Today Years Old When I Learned. Check it out.
I was today years old when I learned these things about fast food. McDonald's stopped using beef tallow in their french fries after a rich person had a heart attack and spent $3 million on a 4-page ad calling out McDonald's on how unhealthy their food menu was. This is when McDonald's fries stopped being as addictive. McDonald's got rid of their spoon-shaped coffee stirs because people started using them as cocaine spoons. It's said that a McDonald's Caesar salad has more calories, salt, and fat than a Big Mac. McDonald's paid Justin Timberlake over $6 million to sing their jingle. I'm loving it. McDonald's once came up with bubblegum flavored broccoli in an attempt to get kids to eat healthy, but it was never introduced because children found it confusing.
Yeah, I was wondering, because when I was eating McDonald's French fries, I was like, they don't taste the same.
Nothing tastes the same anymore. It's like all of the restaurants have changed their ingredients.
It's weird
for the worst. McDonald's used to have the best French fries
on the planet.
Yes.
On the freaking planet. But now, like I said, none of the stuff tastes good anymore. Mm-mm. But that is neither here nor there. Time now for your PushGapRadios.com entertainment report.
I'm looking for Jackie. Jackie O.
From Duncanville to Richardson and back to Funky Town. From Lancaster to Cedar Hill and even Agtown.
I'm from down, I eat rude. I hit Big T on Sunday to catch Q.
What's going on? It's your girl Mozart. Chilling here with my girl Jackie O.
Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, it's PushGapRadios.
And now with your PushGapRadio.com entertainment report.
Oak Cliff, Highland Hills, Pleasant Grove, Keys and Pope. That's a couple hoods that be reppin' for the 214.
Jackie. Hi, Jackie. How are you?
What up, y'all? This is Jackie. Oak Cliff in South Dallas, west of Pleasant Grove.
Rep your city. Tell them how you really feel.
Shaka Ford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie O.
Only on PushGapRadio.com.
It's the hottest combination in the urban internet game. Dallas, baby.
I'm from Dallas. I eat rude. I hit Big T on Sunday to catch Q.
Jackie O.
Hey, everybody. Now, for those of you reality show fanatics, if you look at Married to Medicine, this coming up season is really going to be hot. I looked at it maybe the first 2 seasons that it was out,
right,
and then I kind of fell off. However, I'm going to get back on track with this one because Quad Webb, who was married to Dr. G at the beginning, they're now divorced.
Okay.
Well,
I don't watch Married to Medicine because to me, and sorry to cut you off, but to me, it was just too much ghetto crap for me. Too hood.
Married
for you
to Medicine
to be a
wasn't
damn
hood.
doctor.
No, they weren't hood on there. But
it's one that was when I had seen it 2-3 years ago.
Oh, they're messy, but they're not hood.
Okay,
they're
ghetto.
bougie. They're bougie messy.
Okay.
But anyway, Quad Webb was married to Dr. G. They divorced. Quad remained on the show as a single woman. Well, this season coming up, Dr. G is going to be back. However, he's not coming back alone. He's coming back now with his new fiance.
Okay.
Called Sweet Tea. But it's like, no.
Sweet Tea. Remember that time?
No, not that Sweet Tea.
We met that chick, Sweet Tea.
not
her?
that Sweet Tea.
Okay.
But anyhow, it's like, I'm sure Quad is going to feel some type of way. Because it's like, okay, we were on the show to begin with because of me. And now, here you coming back with another woman. Basically was my show.
Right.
Oh, yeah. It would definitely be some reality going on this season. Also coming up on Married to Medicine this coming season is going to be Miss Phaedra Parks from the Real Housewife of Atlanta.
Oh, they finally got rid of Phaedra. I mean, when she lost that case against old boy in court, she's supposed to have been the lawyer. But
Phaedra has been going from Real Housewives of Atlanta for a while now. But that's a whole nother story as to how that happened. But she's going to be on this season of Married to Medicine because she is now dating a doctor.
Okay.
And so that qualifies her to be a cast member of this show. But
you're dating a doctor. Okay, that sounds like Erica Herman over there with Tiger. Watch your back.
But the big question everybody's saying is, will we ever see this doctor on this show, actually? Right. Because, Phaedra have a big, vivid imagination.
Yes.
So that remains to be seen. However, she is a big crowd pleaser. And so she will bring her fan base over to Married to Medicine. I mean, they were already popular, but this is going to just boost them, give them a booster. So I definitely, for one, will be tuning in this season. Miss Monique.
Yes, love
and
Monique.
her husband, Sidney Hicks, have decided, or she decided, that they will no longer have an open relationship.
Okay.
During their marriage.
After watching Will and Jada, huh?
No, Monique said that, she just felt like basically what happened is she actually fell in love with her husband, point blank, period.
Okay, did you do that before you got married?
Well, she did, but apparently she was still wanting to sow her oats because usually it's the man that wants the open relationship if that's the case. Right. But in this case, it was more so her. But she says that now she grew out of the desire to do that. And it was like, girl,
how long they ass been
come
married?
on, girl.
They've been married a minute.
Yeah, they've been married for a while now. That's why I say now
I don't really think it was open, because if it was, I think you would have seen them at some point. Somebody was with somebody else, like the entanglement over there in the Smith household. But I just watched them, and I just don't see that you guys have an open marriage.
They weren't in it for relationship wise, so they weren't seen out in public with people. They was just doing it for sex. So of course you're not gonna see that. That ain't none of your business.
You ain't running around with your side piece.
No. They're not. That wasn't what it was about. It wasn't about being out in public.
So I'm just wondering, did either one of them ever have sex with someone else then? If it was,
yes.
Oh, okay.
They really did.
Okay. Stay out my business.
Stay out for business.
Stay out my business.
But now they're just one-on-one monogamous. They don't want to do that anymore.
Good luck with all of that.
All right, and I know a lot of you older ones remember Jodeci.
Yes.
Casey and JoJo.
Yes, sir.
Poor JoJo. Throughout the years, they both have had problems with alcohol and drug abuse and the such.
Yeah.
Well, here recently, over the last week or so, a couple of weeks, JoJo was on stage trying to sing.
I saw that.
And he was struggling to get it out. And he was having a stroke on stage.
Oh, I thought he had already had the
stroke. It was happening right then.
It was occurring right then?
Yeah. So, Casey knew what to do. You know, they heard and got him off stage.
Right.
And he continued on. So our not condolences, but our thoughts and prayers definitely are going out to JoJo.
Right.
But, you know, in doing my research, I went back and, you know, kind of went through the history a little bit, and I came across this video 9 years ago.
Right.
And they were performing. And all of a sudden, JoJo just fell out on the stage. And you would think that KC would have ran to him, you know, like, oh my God, my brother passed out. No, he kept singing.
That cocaine is a terrible thing, baby.
He kept singing, and I'm thinking, okay, you're not gonna go check on your brother back there?
Right.
And so then KC exited the stage, then he came back, and by the time he came back, JoJo started moving around on his own because nobody went to this man.
Maybe they fell out before the show. You know how me and my brother Shaq are now.
Oh,
you know
goodness.
me and Shaq. If Shaq fell out on stage, when I go check on him, if we done had a fight before we came out here,
he hit his head, and you could hear his head when his head hit the stage.
Karma.
And then, so he finally sit up, and by the time JoJo sit up, well, then here come KC and somebody else to help him.
His mama probably called him, boy, get out there and help your damn brother.
Thinking, oh my goodness.
Man.
You just didn't even help your brother. So, but anyway, on top of being sick,
oh my God.
now he's also dealing with his wife, estranged wife. They're not divorced yet.
Right.
She's dating Lazy Bones.
From
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Really?
And not only are they dating each other, they're doing it on national TV.
They still married, her and
JoJo? Yeah. But to her benefit, though, she's gone through a lot with him with the drugs, the alcohol, and all of that. And she says she's just tired of it. She's happy with Lazy Bones. She's not apologizing for it. But the thing is they're appearing on Growing Up Hip Hop.
Right.
Because her daughter that she had by JoJo is on Growing Up Hip Hop.
Oh, really?
She's an aspiring singer. Well, she is all torn up and upset because Lazy Bones was her mentor. She had no idea at first that he was dating her mom. So when she found out that her mentor was dating her mom, she just absolutely lost it.
Some of that Laura Pippen type deal going down.
Yeah. So it's just like turmoil going on all the way around with these people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, but again, Mama say she happy, Lazy Bones say he happy, and they don't care what nobody says.
I wonder if JoJo gonna get a side piece. If you done had a stroke, you supposed to do all that before your health issues come about.
Nah, JoJo got to be trying to.
Yeah, he got too much going on.
JoJo got too much going on to be worried about a woman right now. He need to be trying to get his health together because he looks really, really bad.
Yeah, I saw it when I was at work, but I didn't have time to go through the whole video. I thought he had the stroke and they had brought him on stage, is what I had thought. And so, yeah, I'm glad you cleared that up for me and a whole lot of folk.
And you know, JoJo and KC's cousin is Fantasia. Yeah, that's one of their cousins. It's like, boy, you can imagine their get-togethers at their family reunions
and the
things.
people in their family who can sing that
her mother
aren't on stage. Because look at the Wayans
Fantasia's
family.
mom can sing really, really good too.
The Wayans say that their mom is the funniest one.
The Winans.
The
Wayans. Yeah.
Keenan Wayans.
Yeah.
And they saying their mom is the funniest.
Rest in
one
peace.
in the
She's deceased now, but yeah, they did say their mom was the funniest. That's true. But and remember the Bishop Lamar Whitehead, the pastor
in New York,
New York that was robbed of the $1 million worth of jewelry and the
setup.
Yeah, Mr. Bougie. Mr. Whitehead. Well, he's in trouble again.
I don't doubt it.
This time he's in trouble because he decided he wanted to purchase a New Jersey mansion. And in order to get this New Jersey mansion, he had to doctor his little documentation for the bank.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So now he's in trouble.
Yeah.
For falsification of federal documents.
It's only a crime if you get caught.
It's like, man, how many times you gonna be brought up on charges for stuff before you end up going to jail?
A scammer can't stop scamming. A crook can't stop being a crook, fam.
I guess it's just too much. But anyway, Cher Miss Cher is 76 years old.
She on another tour. Please tell me this ain't the 15th world.
Nah, she ain't got time
tour.
for no tour. Cher getting her groove back like Stella did. Cher is dating 36-year-old Alexander Edwards.
That's his grandmama.
He is the ex-boyfriend of Amber Rose. They have a baby that's probably, I don't even know how, this baby probably is no more than like 3.
You left Amber Rose to get with Cher's 171-year-old age. Cher go to bed at 5:30.
There's rumor coming out of Cher's camp that Cher is worth about $30 million or so, and it's been dwindling very fast.
Because when you in bed sleep at 5:30, the youngster out there swiping your card.
She's been spending a lot of money on her new beau.
Come on, Mom.
And she's sporting an engagement ring as well. But they haven't admitted.
I'd boo her up with $30 million.
They haven't admitted that they're engaged, but she has been flashing her ring. And
when she woke,
he also said that they have met each other's children recently. And then somebody was like, he met her children. Her children are older than he is.
They older than that nigga is. What in all of the hell? You leave Amber Rose where you can go party and hang out and have a social life to get with Cher because I don't.
Still having a social life. Him and Cher is out all the time.
Well, you know, I saw Madonna as well. Okay, with the goings on there, and so you know, it's just you know, it's all about the money, man. Things have gotten tight all over, and so you know, you're gonna get with these old babes who still trying to live the life that they live, because I don't know what in all the hell Madonna has done to her face.
Madonna had surgery recently, and she said that the swelling has gone down, and she put out a new video so that everybody can see that her face is not swollen anymore.
Stop it. Wrap it up.
This has been Jackie O with your PushGapRadio.com entertainment report. I didn't even get to Michael.
Michael who?
Michael Jackson and his biopic with Jafar.
Girl, go ahead and talk about Mike. I'm from Gary, Indiana. You should have started with that. I ain't gonna let you do Mike.
The Michael Jackson biopic is supposed to come out in 2024. This one has actually been sanctioned.
Oh, that's the deal you showed me last night when I came in from work.
Well, and that was something that a fan just put together.
Yeah, you were showing me the nephew.
Oh, Jafar. Yes, Jermaine Jackson's son. Jafar. Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
I told you this a few years ago. That Jafar would be the perfect one because he can sound so much like Michael when he sings, and he can dance and all of that. And so he is going.
Me too.
He is going. No.
Let me play old Mike.
No. So he's gonna play his uncle in the biopic. Mama Jackson. Fully on board.
Mama Cat.
I can't wait to see this one because this one is going to have some stuff in it that none of the others had access to. And I know Jafar is going to knock it out of the box. I'm telling you, this boy can sound just like his uncle.
Probably because you was around all of that. And I told you about the
his
one
mannerisms and everything.
Right. And I told you about the one guy that I saw who was the best Michael Jackson impersonator. But I'm sure the nephew, you know, you've been around it. You know the ins and outs. Yes, you know the little things that people wouldn't know. Mike's little quirks and this, that, and the third. Because you're in the family. So I can believe that. All right, now close your ass up.
This has been Jackie O with your PushGapRadio.com entertainment report.
Shaka Ford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie O. Only on PushGapRadio.com. It's the hottest combination in the urban internet game. Dallas, baby.
That's what that is. Do you think that you could stay in a room with your partner? Okay. You have to stay in this room for 50 days to win $5 million. To get you up to speed on what it is we're talking about, check this out.
Do you know about the couple who was asked to stay in a room for 50 days, and if they could do it, they would get $5 million?
Was the room at least nice?
So it was a really basic room, and basically the couple has to stay in this room for 50 days, and if one of them leave, the prize goes down from $5 million to $1 million. So the couple has no outside connections. All they have is each other. There's no entertainment. There's really nothing to do at all. So the couple's names is Mike and Kate, and when they get into the room for the first time, they look around and they think the room is beautiful. The room is completely covered in white, and all they have is a bed, a bench, and like a bathroom, and that is it. And Mike and Kate have been through a lot, and they've been through a lot of struggles, so they finally thought this is their opportunity to finally be comfortable and live a good life. So in the room, the bathroom has a rule where only one person can go in the bathroom at a time.
That's kind of weird because they're a couple.
Yeah, so on the wall there's also this red button, and if they press the red button, that allows the doors to open, and that means they want to leave. There's also a touchscreen on the wall where it allows them to buy treats, and at the very top of the wall there's this countdown clock that's counting down the days, like the 50 days, and every day they're given this nutritious food, but it's in a white bottle with no taste, but it has all the nutrients they need. It literally just says food on it.
Okay, this room sounds like it sucks.
So every day the lights change from like morning to show afternoon to show night. So after the first night, they wake up to take a shower and they change their clothes, and they're just given a new pair of pajamas. And as time goes by, they realize it's hard to keep each other entertained, so Kate starts to do yoga, and Mike just stands around looking at the clock, counting down the 50 days. And then Kate keeps trying to tell Mike, like, stop looking at the clock, it's going to make it really hard for you. And Mike's like, no, I have to look, I can't do it. So at night, Mike has a hard time sleeping. All he does is stays up and starts thinking about things. So the next morning, Kate tries to help lift Mike's spirits. So she's like trying to play games with him, dances with him, plays like patty cake with him. So Mike starts to get better. He starts to try to exercise when Kate's doing yoga. So then a couple weeks go by and they realize something different happens. And all of a sudden, Mike finds a little bug on the ground.
How does a bug change things?
So that's what's going on. Do you think you and I could make it 50 days for the $5 million? Because
we made it through the coronavirus. If we can make it through the coronavirus, we can make it through anything.
You can make it through anything, huh, babe?
Yeah.
Well, stream it or skip it. The Immaculate Room is on Hulu. Okay. Now, do you think that you would be able to do this with your significant other? The Immaculate Room tells the story, as you just heard, of Mike and Kate. And that's Kate Bosworth there in real life. A seemingly perfect couple join a psychological experiment to compete for $5 million if they can last 50 days in a sleek white room in complete isolation. No phones, no computers, no television, no playing cards, no family, no nothing, man. Only the voice of the Immaculate Room keeping them in check if they think they're strained. As the clock ticks down, the room becomes more than it seems, putting them through crude tests to break their resolve. So, yeah, I was wondering about that. You know, the point is they're trying to win them $5 million. But what would you do in a room if there was just nothing for you to entertain yourself for 50 days, almost 2 months?
We would talk. We would play games.
What games, though?
We would have sex.
Yeah.
Probably a lot.
Probably.
What else is there to do?
What else is there to do? So, yeah, but you would have to be very creative. First off, you would have to
have a strong mind.
That and the fact you would have to be able to be at peace with yourself being alone.
And I grew up an only child, so I'm used to solitude.
Yeah.
So it probably would be a lot easier for me than you.
No.
You're more.
I'm a solitude person. I tend to stay to myself. Yeah.
You was at the end of the coronavirus thingy. You was kind of itching to get back outside.
Well, yeah, but not to be around people.
And that was with all kind of activities in the house.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not like I go out to be around people all the time or anything like that. It was just the cabin fever thing when you're locked up for a long period of time.
But that's what I'm saying.
But at this, though, the end of the rainbow is $5 million.
Yeah, but that still don't mean that you wouldn't have cabin fever.
So what? I would deal with.
You're hyper. So it would be harder for you.
I'd just be running my ass around that damn room because I'm getting this $5 million, fam. I'd give zero fracks. I'm finna get this money, and to be in there with you. I mean, you know, we get on each other's nerves eventually, probably by the third hour with
child,
me.
Yeah.
Okay, Jackie, worry your damn nerves.
No. That's the other way around.
It would. I
had
believe,
to talk you down off the ceiling.
You got me twisted in the game.
You're the hyper one.
So what?
Would have
the end of the rainbow is the $5 million, dog. I can make it to the $5 million because, you know, once we get out of here, then we'll just take separate vacations. You go somewhere, I go somewhere. But no, I think we would make it. What do you think? Do you think you folks would make it? Put it in the comments. Do you think you and your significant other could make it 50 days in a room for $5 million? Now, if you don't make it and you hit the red button, you only get $1 million. Okay, I don't want the $1 million because in today's Joe Biden economy, $1 million ain't shit. Okay, now the film doesn't know if Catherine gives up and presses the quit button. However, at the very end of the film, we see her come out of what seems to be a facility where her addicted father is being taken care of. She meets Michael and they walk toward her car. A plaque outside the facility's gates tells us that it's a new kitchen was made possible by an anonymous donor. It means that Catherine did win the prize money, but donated most of it. Not trying to give spoilers, but I don't know if you'll watch the movie, but you know, that's how it went down. So yeah, that's what that is, mine. Now, what they say is that she did not come from money. Okay. And that Michael came from money. So to him, it was no big whoop, they were saying. But to her, you know, she needed that money. She donated it to help out the place that was taking care of her dad. So, you know.
It's a nice concept.
But some people were knocking it, you know, saying that they would rather just chill out and, you know, probably not watch it. It was on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think more people could not do it than could.
Yeah, you think?
Yep.
Well, I don't know.
That would, because with the way that everything was set up, it's more of a mental thing.
Yes.
And people may think, I mean, it's easy to say, oh, yeah, I could do that.
I could do it.
Easy.
I believe I could do it.
But it's a whole lot easier to actually do it than it is to say that you could.
Well, I believe I could do it, mine, because that $5 million, okay, you got to look at where you are in your life, okay? You done live some 50 days broke as hell, okay? And with that being the damn case, I can do the 50 for the $5 million. So.
Time does go by quick too.
Time goes,
but I'm
by
sure it doesn't
quick.
In that type of situation.
So Tiger Woods, mine. Lots going down with El Tigre. You need to...
Tiger probably moved on to the next one.
Yeah, Tiger Woods done moved on.
Man.
He don't care about this chick, man. She's probably getting on his damn nerves. And she a gold digger, so
Tiger,
you know.
A hoe.
Okay, well, I ain't gonna let you do El Tigre that, man.
Because think about it, when his wife went upside his head with those golf clubs, and made him run into that tree on Thanksgiving back in 2010.
Yeah, she clocked him, man. I'd have to clock her ass back. He ain't gonna just do me that.
He was in the wrong. He knew what to do. Get on out of Dodge, because you should have kept your wee-wee in your pants.
Okay,
but
well,
those women start coming out the woodwork. It was like, oh my goodness. Every time you look around, every day it was another one coming up.
Yeah.
Here come another one. Here come another one. Dang, Tiger.
So
Tiger had a lot of stamina, apparently. He was slanging that thing everywhere.
But do you think he tried to get her to leave, or do you think, as you see it, that it was a thing of Tiger was just tired of old girl?
Yep, it came out of nowhere.
And, you know, he was just ready for her to go.
And then he didn't even have the decency to do it.
Yeah.
You know, not only are you going to break up with me, you didn't even have the decency to do it.
He probably told her, mine. I believe Tiger told this chick to get the hell on.
No.
I ain't going nowhere. Because you know how women can be.
No.
And you just told her, no, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here because it's my house. It ain't your damn house.
If that was the case, she would not have packed her bags thinking she was going on a trip.
It took that girl, to get you the hell out of here.
She had no clue. Trust me.
She ain't know nothing about nothing.
No.
Okay. I think Tiger tried to get her ass out.
No, he didn't. He wouldn't. Why would he have to try to get her out?
Because
that's his house.
You
he
wouldn't
have to try to get
you
her
living
out.
You living in a lap of luxury. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Your bills is paid. You live in this house. Your status comes from being the girlfriend of Tiger Woods. She ain't trying to get that up, mine.
That's why they told her that she was going on a trip, and when she packed her bag and they dropped her off, that's why they did things the way they did.
Well,
so there would be no having to drag her out and she throwing something at the window, breaking window, acting a fool, and with the neighbors.
Right.
They took her to the airport because you can't act a fool at the airport.
You can.
You're going
but
to jail at the airport.
I know what you're saying. PushGapRadios.com. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for making a part of our world, a part of your world. Devastating, titillating, definitely invigorating. Not like I'm insinuating that. I think we're stimulating. Reason that we get good ratings because we don't be perpetrating. All we got to do is touch a microphone with Shaka 401 in the main event with Jackie O. If you think that chick didn't want to leave, put it in the comments. Okay? And
y'all know I'm right.
If you think you could make it 50 dang on days for $5 million, let us know in the comments. What would you do within the 50 days with your significant other? Let us know that as well. You can find us on kybnradio.com, where our podcast is syndicated every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. on Central Time. Now, we were into podcasting. We just started dabbing into the YouTube channel on last year. So again, that's why this is the making of Push Gap Radios, because Jackie O and I are producing a podcast. You just get to watch us once I bring the camera back up, but you just get to see us put the show together as we go forth for it to be ran at the station that syndicates us out of Mountain View, California. But we thank you for hanging out. PushGapRadios.com. We're bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. Jackie O.
And happy belated birthday to my granddaughter Jaya, who turned 9 on
Jaya's
March 9th.
9?
Yes. And to Devontae, who turned 24 on March 12th.
Wow.
Yes. Happy birthday.
When I was 24, I just moved here to Dallas, Texas. I had just got out the military at 24. Thank our subscribers.
Thank you to all of our subscribers, to those of you that have commented, and please like, share, subscribe, comment. Go visit us over at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of those places.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you for hanging out, guys. And as Jackie O just stated, we will see you on next week. PushGapRadios.com. Again, bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby.
And we're out.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
PushGapRadio.com.
I'm gonna tell you something straight off the rest.
In Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
I ain't coming for no foolishness.
We're PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. You don't understand.
Don't knock the offer, baby.
I ain't scared of you, mother. Kick it!
PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station.